Welcome and thank you for joining me, fellow Clash fans, as it is time for a little more Clash Royale strategy. Today we are specifically talking about a huge mistake that players can make using the lightning spell and exactly how it can win or lose a battle for you, and we're going to take a look at a couple of examples of it right here. So as we review these replays, I will pop up a copy of the lightning card on the screen. There it is, level 3. And the key is in the details. You've got to read carefully. Bolts of lightning hit up to 3 enemy troops or buildings with the most hit points in the target area. Reduce damage to crown towers, then it gives you the stats. So we'll take a look at that again later on in this attack. As this gets underway, it really is going to be at the very end of this battle that you see the critical fail in the lightning AI, or the fail in the attacker's use of the lightning spell based upon that artificial intelligence that's printed right on the card right there. So we've got a level 9 versus 9 battle underway, and there goes my Hog Rider, one of my favorite combinations. Hog Rider freeze or balloon freeze. If you can time that freeze spell and get that building seeking card in there on top, you can almost always take down the tower, or very nearly right there. Just a few hit points left on that structure as that Hog Rider. Great success with the freeze spell, catching both the tower's defense and the unit or units that are dropped to counter that hog if you can get him in there and time it just right. Now KKC has a Hog Rider of his own, but I've got a counter to that. The Hog Rider goes right down. The wizard working on the barbarians there on the right hand side. And again, I have a huge advantage early just because I got the Hog Rider all the way to that left lane and just about got that tower down. So really, I can focus on defense knowing that a quick fireball dropped over there for just a few elixir is going to get that tower down and give me the 1-0 crown lead. So we've got units kind of battling back and forth. Again, I've taken some damage on the right-hand lane, so I'm focused right now on defense because ideally, I would like to be able to just win this 1-0 and not have to go into overtime and try to win it 2-1. But at the same time, it's good to have a little insurance damage on that right tower just in case it does go that direction. He does have the fireball, and of course, 3 fireballs would finish off that tower on the right. Whether or not he has the time to do it, though, we will see. So we're down to just about the last 30 seconds of this attack. You can see he's focused on both sides this time. He's got the tombstone trying to preserve his tower on the left-hand side. But again, a quick fireball is going to take it down, and there it goes. So I am up 1 tower to 0 with just about 20 seconds left. He's got a lot of damage on both of my towers. There goes a fireball, and now I'm down to 384 on the right-hand tower with less than 15 seconds left. And here it comes. Get ready for the lightning AI fail or AI win. Now I'm a little bit premature in the GG taunt, but right here, the lightning spell comes down. He's trying to take out that far right crown tower, but it doesn't happen, and we will have to go to the instant replay to see exactly why it didn't work. So we'll take a look at it in slow motion one more time, and again, reading the lightning card. The 3 bolts of lightning will always strike the troops or buildings with the most hit points in the effective radius. So, as I deploy these barbarians and a balloon, right as the attacker drops the lightning spell, notice a bolt on the king's tower, a bolt on a barbarian, and the 3rd bolt on the balloon rather than the crown tower, even though one of those bolts would have finished off the crown tower. Instead, just like a real-life lightning bolt usually strikes the tallest structure, the Clash Royale lightning bolt strikes the biggest hit point structure or troop, and that saves the game or ends the game right there, 1 crown to 0. So let's move on to another attack replay, and this time it'll be Trainer Galadon once again, but it's a big old level 10 bullying a level 9. But these battles are not supposed to show my attacking skill or prowess by any means. This is more so just to demonstrate these tactics and make you aware of the AI of these cards, even maybe before you've had a chance to play the game, so that you won't make some of these mistakes. Again, it'll be at the end of the attack with the lightning spell. Now, I've got a rocket and lightning cards in this deck, and this time I'm going more for just direct damage. I'm going after one of the towers with the lightning spell, with the repeated rockets, and focusing on defense rather than trying to get cards across the screen. So it is one of the many tactics you can use, but Bad Boy has dropped a big bad golem in the far left corner, and I do have an Inferno Tower. You can see it on deck, and that is important to know. Always be aware of what card is on deck. Maybe you can cycle through your current cards a little more quickly by choosing a lower elixir card to make sure that you have that card out in time. I've got to get that Inferno Tower down before the golem focuses on the tower. It does work, and that Inferno Tower goes to work on the golem. The Hog Rider comes in too little too late. The golem down to golemites. The golemites are going to be gone, and somehow that Inferno Tower survives the Hog Rider and the golem onslaught. Some small cards on the left easily counteracted by a group of barbarians, and pretty much we are back into reset as everything has been wiped off the map. But I do have a clear hit point advantage because of the rocket and the lightning spell that I've had a chance to drop on the opponent's crown tower. So those skeletons go down easily to the individual arrows, and we are resetting, building that elixir back up for the next onslaught. You can see I've got a rocket ready. The opponent has the golem ready, so I dropped the rocket right away. Kind of risky, leaving me really low on elixir, but the opponent didn't use the golem first. He used the tombstone, and now his tower well below 1,000 hit points. It will fall to either one rocket and a lightning spell, or a couple of lightning spells. Here comes another golem from the same spot, and pretty much reacting the same way. I dropped the dragon from the very back and get ready with my Inferno Tower, burning a little elixir here. He drops the lightning spell. That's what I was hoping not to see, right on that Inferno Tower. But this time, I have a tombstone that is going to draw that golem's attention first, and then the Inferno Tower. The freeze spell trying to buy me a little more time, but the Hog Rider gets through. The Hog Rider is going to take down the tombstone. The Inferno Tower falls, and now I am in big trouble. The golem is full size and advancing on the tower. The barbarians try to stop it. They break it down into two, and luckily we don't see too much damage. I'm able to cycle all the way around to another Inferno Tower, but Bad Boy drops another golem on the right-hand side, and again, the Inferno Tower goes to work. Golem down into golemites. I have the rocket coming up, but this is Clash Royale tip number 15, and that is always know exactly how many hit points your direct damage spells do. The rocket would not one-shot that tower in this case, so I do not waste it there. I wait, go into overtime, focus on defense a little bit more. Golem approaching. There goes the rocket now that I have the elixir, but the tower doesn't go down. But watch very closely as we freeze the frame right here. The barbarians will not get to the tower. The wizard and the spear goblins made sure of that, but you'll notice I have the lightning spell up. If I were to drop the lightning spell on that tower right now, it would not strike the tower because it has so few hit points. It would target the spear goblins and or the wizard depending upon where it's focused, and that way the tower would stand even though you drop the lightning spell directly on top of that tower. And right here, whether it be by pure blind luck or amazing Clash skill and knowledge, I'll go with skill and knowledge, I drop the lightning spell after the spear goblins have moved away, and that way it takes the tower down, gets me the overtime victory and the angry king emote from Bad Boy. So that is going to wrap up this episode and this Clash Royale strategy tips session. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down in the comments as we get ready for global launch of Clash Royale. Thank you guys, as always, for spending a few minutes of your day with me. Don't forget to check out the Clash Royale YouTuber tournament. Subscribe for the earliest possible update and sneak peek information, and of course for daily Clash content. And I hope to see every single one of you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Gallidon, still giving out tips, eh? I'll take you back to skill in this game. Oh, won't that be a blast from the past?